Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This week I am going to be working with the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper. It is a Sale-A-Bration item coming up, available beginning of January. And I love this paper. When I first saw it, I kind of went, what am I going to do with toadstools? But this paper is amazing. I am so glad I got it. So there's a few new things that I'm working with here. I've got the paper. I've got the white woven ribbon. It's really nice. It's smooth. It looks like fine linen, but it's very smooth and it's really easy to color and really easy to use. And I'm using the antique pearls, which look very much like basic beige, but they, again, just like the opal rounds I used to use, take color with the blends really nicely. So super simple card showcasing a bunch of the paper from the Toadstool Gardens paper. So this one I did on a white background. The one in the video here I'm going to do on a melon mambo background. The colors in this are early espresso, fresh freesia, granny apple green, melon mambo, excuse me, poppy parade, and pumpkin pie. So of course I went immediately with the granny apple green and melon mambo because that's where I hang out. I'm using the greeting birthday wishes from Simply Said set. So I've got a standard card base, and I took the strip that I cut off. This is 6x6 paper, so I needed to cut it down to make it 5 1/4. So I took that strip and I just put it on the inside just for interest. So this one is 5 1/4 by 4, and you could put either side up. The reason I did this one on white was because this is really, really pink, and I thought it might just disappear into the card base. So you can see kind of the difference there. I like this one on the white, but that's my opinion. So I've got a 5 1/4 by 4, I've got a 5 1/4 by 2, and then I've got a 3 by 3, and this is the other side of the toadstools. And it's just green leaves, which are super simple. So this one I did in the melon mambo ink and background, and I used the Stylish Shapes circle dies for that one. And then for this one, I did it in the granny apple green and used the Stylish Shapes squares. I like the circle against the squares. It just adds a little bit of interest, but we'll do this one with the square and we'll see. You can tell me which one you like. Skill testing question, lots of options: round, square, green, pink, all kinds of different things you can choose. Okay, so we're going to pop this one down like this. All of this is flat mounted except the greeting, which I did pop up on dimensionals. So it's entirely up to you where you place these pieces. I'm just going to put all of that up there. This is the other side with little snails and other toadstools on it. And we're just going to pop this down like this. There we go. And then our 3 by 3 piece, and cover up those beautiful toadstools. I mean, you could do this one this way as well, but I wanted to kind of showcase the different ways you could use the paper. If somebody isn't necessarily into toadstools, this is a good option. All right, so let's get this going. So it's going to be a challenge to see if I can do all the cards this week using this designer series paper. And I'd like to try and do kind of different moods of cards. Like there's some really youthful ones in here. There's some nice stripes in here. So we're just going to see what we can pull off this week. I need my dimensionals. Oh, I actually have one with some real dimensionals left on it that I'm not cutting the edges off. That makes a change, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to pop this down. I'm going to peel our backings off. And we'll pop this on the card front, and then we'll add, oh, I know what I forgot to do. See, I always forget something. I need to put my ribbon on. I'm going to put a couple of runs of tape or adhesive behind. Now this is going to get sticky because I got my hands all over it. And I'm going to do kind of a faux bow in behind. It's nice and loopy. And then this is going to come down. I actually need it to come down on this side. And we're going to come back up like this. So it's just like a great big loopy bow in behind. And I'm just going to trim that off like that. Need some sharper scissors. Okay, and we're going to put another dimensional on here because I covered that one up. See, I try and prep these ahead of time and then I still end up designing on the fly. And then we're just going to offset this one like this. You don't have to put the ribbon behind, you can do it without. I love this ribbon, so you're gonna see it a lot. And then I've just taken my colored antique pearls and I'm just going to pop them randomly around like that. So there's our 2 cards using the Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper. I have to say I really like the Melon Mambo front with the toadstools, but this one would certainly work as well. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.